Of our series of great books. Today's book, the third video today is 7000 to 6000 BC of chronology of the world, the whole history of the world in terms of chronology by the great Isaac Asimov. So now we'll go for 7000 to 6000 BC. Maybe there will be two videos in each chapter, 7000 to 6000 BC. Despite the fact that the pace of advance in early millennia of civilization seems glacially slow to us. Glacially slow to us. The rate of movement was much greater than it had been in pre civilized times. Right? Indeed, the rate of change, the rate of diffusion of old advances, and the rate of invention of new advances has increased steadily. The rate of advances has increased steadily with time from the earliest days of hominids down to the very present. It's obvious. By 6000 BC, then, the practice of agriculture had spread west and north into Asia Minor and Greece. Nor was it just a matter of diffusion. Nor was it just a matter of diffusion. There was independent invention too. Rice was beginning to be cultivated in southeastern Asia. New cities were overtaking the old. There was, for instance, a city at a site known to us now as Kathal Huyuk. Kathal Huyuk in South Central Asia Minor. It may first have been settled in 6700 BC. 6700 BC. But it was at its peak in 6000 BC, when it may have been the largest city in the world. So he's making his point. This was shown in the early 1960s when the site was excavated by the British archaeologist James Mellart. It covered 32 acres. Remains found in Kathal Huyuk showed the prominence of pottery. Pottery is an outstanding sort of relic at these ancient sites of civilization. This is partly because pottery was important, and partly because, unlike other objects that may have been equally important, pottery easily survives over long periods of time. Pottery arose out of the need to carry things. The natural carry-alls are the hands and the arms, both are limited in their scope. Isn't it? Both are limited in their scope. What is needed is something that is larger than hands or bent arms. Objects might be carried in hides, but hides are inconvenient and heavy. Gourds, might do, but they had to be taken as they came. Eventually, human beings learned to weave. Eventually, human beings learned to weave twigs or reeds into baskets. These were light and could be made in any shape. Baskets would, however, only be used in carrying solid, dry objects made up of particles considerably larger than the interstices holes of the weave. Basket could not be used to carry flour or olive oil, for instance, or most importantly, water. It might seem natural to daub baskets with clay, which upon drying would cake the holes and make the baskets solid. The dried mud, however, would tend to fall away, especially if the basket were shaken or struck. If the baskets were placed in the sunlight and allowed to heat there, the mud would harden further and the basket might then become fully serviceable. But then, why need the basket? Why not simply begin with clay, mold a container out of it, and let it dry in the sun? You would then have a pot made of crude earthenware, but these would be soft and not durable. As even stronger heat was required, the earthware was placed in fire. Right? Fired earthenware, especially after methods for building particularly hot fires were worked out, became hard pottery. and its production represents the first use of fire for something other than light, heat, or cooking. Amazing, no? See how well he has described the essence and the logic inherent fully with respect to potter. Okay, we'll stop here. The second part of this one, 7,000 to 6,000 BC, we'll do it in the next video. Listen to this video 2 or 3 times. Don't be overconfident. Get the concept clearly, perfectly, and go ahead. Chronology of the world will give you every single concept, which is detailed out and explain the world as to why it is what it is today. Thank you.